my bike to the supermarché each week, waiting in the streets for fresh baguettes and aubergines. In the evening, smoke filled up the kitchenette from too many cooks in the kitchen and the cigarettes, feasting beside strangers over mussels. Bellies crowded with laughter, all the while my eyes glide out windows and wonder why I feel so famished. That's what searching feels like. Most days were spent staring at nostalgic screens that I could not pass through with arms. Once reached around backs, you wrapped me in a wild rose briar. Years separated by miles and hours in between. If only we could really see each other. That's what yearning feels like. You ask me to pray with you on Sundays, and I'm not religious, but I'd pray. I would pray beneath the sheets at night that you were fine and fast asleep while you were praying on some woman where we used to count sheep, where beds were meant to be messy breakfast tables. When lips were dyed with red wine, we both became liars because I've been sleeping with melancholy this whole time. That's what hurting feels like. I despise the ocean, but it drove me to the sea of insanity. I ran to the island of the Odyssey. In visions of pulling these duvets of waves over me to burn out the sunlight, maybe then I could finally get a good night's sleep. I stood where the earth gave up, dreaming of king crabs rising from dry land, the kind that suspend you by your ankles and dangle you over the surface just below the nose. That's what being a burden feels like. The feet that once wished to be held have been pushed deep enough into the muck of this alcoholic tomb, and the waves are coming. I'd wait for the greeting of the first surge. It is massive in its weight, pulling this vessel underneath sweet blankets, drifting into oblivion. I've awoken, and fire from the tide has seeped into my eyes. This is what burning feels like.